I'm a little nervous if I'm being honest.
That advice, play through the pain, awful advice.
I have some very exciting news.
This is the one, I can feel it.
Okay. So I'm currently sitting in the car and I'm about to head into the rock gym. But today I'm doing this bouldering clinic with these two really good climbers, one of which is Ross Fulkerson. And if you don't know who that is, he's a US climber who has competed in World Cups before. Like he has achieved the goal that I'm trying to achieve right now. I'm a little nervous if I'm being honest, but I'm sure it'll go great. I don't know how much I'll be able to film just because I'll be focused on the clinic and all that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go do the clinic, I guess. Okay, I'm back in the car. I just left the gym and I don't even know what to say. So my hands are destroyed. I mean, taped up. This finger is still bleeding, but like my skin is so thin, ripped up, all that. And I'm so tired. I think that's all I gotta say for tonight. There's gonna be a full breakdown of everything tomorrow morning, which is like next. I'm about to cut to that. So I'm just gonna cut to that now. All right, so now it's Monday, the day after that clinic, and I wanted to go climbing today, but I don't think that's gonna happen because I'm sore and my hands are absolutely destroyed. Also, last night I took a shower and like it was the most painful shower of my life. Like everything was burning and stinging. It was rough. But it was so worth it because I had so much fun and learned so much. I mean, this is I wrote down sort of like the big. Oh my! Can I not get this up? All right, I wrote down like the sort of big takeaways from the clinic, and this is them, like all on these like index cards. And I wanted to show you the major ones that I know, like when I implement them, I'm going to be a better climber. And already yesterday I was trying them and I was a better climber. All right, so the first thing that they drilled in over and over is this concept called space-time position, which their coach taught them. So in this context, space is the amount of space between you and the wall, like mainly your hips. Time is the amount of time you have to get into your final position, and your final position is like where you want to end up on the wall holding the holds. And when you're thinking about all three of these things, it makes each move so much easier, and you can easily break down each move. Like you want to think of your final position first, and then you want to use space and time to get into that position. The next thing, which is super linked to space, is hips. And I knew hips were important before going into this clinic, but I didn't know they were literally everything. Like where your hips go, you go, and I will never forget that hips are so important now. And the third thing goes along with position, which is visualizing, and visualizing like every position that you're gonna be in. So first you wanna visualize in third person you doing the climb from like the outside perspective. Then you wanna visualize it in first person, like you actually doing the moves, and really feeling them. That's the third thing. And if you can really like feel you doing all those moves, when you hop on that climb for the first time, it's gonna feel sort of like you've already done it. And there was some statistic that they talked about, like if you properly visualize, it can feel like 80% of actually doing the climb. It's something crazy like that. So those are like the three really, really big things, and there's others, but those are the three really big ones that I'm gonna take with me and like try to implement in my climbing, and I think will make me so much of a better climber. I am drenched in sweat. It's really hot outside, but I just did a little 5K. It's actually a little more than a 5K just because I forgot how long a 5K was in miles.
Pretty much the game plan for today is try a bunch of hard boulders. I'm gonna do some max projecting and pretty much just try red tags in my gym, which are somewhere between a V8 and a V10. Just for some context, I've only ever done one other red tag at this gym since I've been training here. All right, I think I'm ready. All right, so if you watched last week's video, you'll remember this red climb. It's a V8-V10, and I got super close to it. I got to the last move and fell a bunch of times. But this week, with the new techniques that I've learned, I really think I can get it. All right, this is my first attempt of the day. I'm starting to think that I've been going about this climb all wrong. And maybe it's not a sort of Gaston finish, it's a like double hand press finish. Unfortunately, that was not the way to go. I'm gonna go back to my old method. All right, this is the one. I can feel it. Usually when I say like, this is the one, I can feel it, it never goes well. This is crazy. It went well. That was my second ever red tag. I don't even know what to say. I never know what to say when I do something like hard like that. Oh my goodness. It took like every ounce of strength I had to not like pull off. Like I was just pulling so hard. I'm gonna repeat this climb because that was the one thing I learned as well. If you do like a hard move, don't just do it the one time. You have to repeat it like at least 3 times. And then that's how you know you like really learn it. That's so sick. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was only able to repeat that one more time, but it took me a while to do and like used a bunch of my energy. So I think that's enough for today because I want to use the rest of my energy on this yellow red tag that's behind me right here. So I'm just gonna fuel up and then try that. Okay, so I've tried this first move a couple times before this, and I think the biggest challenge is going to be not going with too much momentum, like going with the perfect amount of momentum so I don't just swing off. See, like that was a little too much momentum. Oh, I'm really trying to think of this though in terms of like time, space, and position, and I think it's feeling better and better. So I've thought about it, and my strategy now is to hit the lowest part of this hold, jump up and down onto it, so I'm not like jumping out this way and just flying off to this side. Oh. I'm there. I'm pretty much there. That happens sometimes. Right now I'm trying to think of like what I'm doing wrong or how I can do this climb better. And like I know there's something off with my movement. Like I know I can do it better, but I just don't know how to fix it. Even with all the stuff I just learned, I just can't figure this one out. Okay, my fingertips are bleeding, so I think I gotta call it for today. But I'm absolutely gonna come back next week and try to get this climb. I have some very exciting news. I just signed up for this competition. It is on October 5th, so I have like a little over a month to train for it. But I'm super excited. There's 3 different categories you can sign up for, like intermediate, advanced, and open. And I signed up for open, like the hardest category, because like I really want to challenge myself and see what I can do. I'm not gonna put too many like expectations on this, like, oh, I need to make finals or I need to get first place. Like I'm just gonna have fun, climb the climbs, and see what happens. But I am super excited. I know I've said that like 12 times already, but right now I'm going to make like a training schedule, training plan to train for this comp for like the month of September. How many days are in September? And now it's all planned out. I really hope it's good. I don't know what I'm doing at all, so I don't know if it's good or not. But from what I've seen other people do and like YouTube videos I've watched, like I feel like this is a solid pre-comp training routine. It's like starts very intense and sort of tapers off, and like there's more rest days near the actual comp. There's some actual like mock comp training in there. I think it's solid, and I'm gonna start it up in the next episode on September 1st. That's the first day. Also, I color coded it this time, so blue is rest and it's easy to see. I mean, I feel like I'm getting better, right? I'm currently heading to a different gym that's not my normal gym, and this is actually the gym where the competition is that I'm gonna compete at. All right, I just taped up. My hand's looking sort of mummified. And I think I know what I'm gonna do today. The qualifying round of the competition is like a points-based qualifying round where you go around the gym and climb as many like hard boulders as you can. You rack up as many points as you can get. So I'm gonna go test my skills and see what are the 5 hardest boulders that I can climb in this gym. So my first climb is gonna be this blue V7 that very much blends in with this blue wall. And I think I'm crazy because I'm looking at all these V7s and V8s and they all look so doable. Like I really think I can hop on them, give them like 5 tries and get a decent amount of them. Okay, I'm crazy. I think next I'm gonna try this super insanely crimpy green V8 right here. Like the holds look awful, but also it looks very straightforward and I feel like I got some decent finger strength, so I think I can make it happen. Okay, I feel good about that first attempt. It made my tape fall off, but I think I'm better off without it. That last move is actually insane. Like that crimp is the smallest little crimp I think I've ever touched in my entire life. So I'm definitely gonna need some good foot placement to get that. So on my last attempt of that green V8, when I was going up to the final move, I felt like a little pop in, I think, my forearm, and I didn't think much of it, like, because I felt fine right after. But now, and it could be very much just in my head, my forearm feels a little strange. Like I think I think I'm fine. It just feels a little strange. It feels nothing, like I've been injured in the forearm before and it feels nothing like that. So I think I'm fine, but I'm gonna play it very safe and be very cautious and just stop climbing today because I really don't wanna get injured right now, because I think I've been making some great progress, some great momentum, and getting injured would just like wreck all that. Like that advice, play through the pain, awful advice. Never do that. Like always play on the side of caution. And if like you feel something, like if you feel hurt or injured, like stop, which is what I'm gonna do. It's still really cool though that I got a V8, even if it was a little soft, even if it's a V7, that's still great. And it's great progress. So I'm happy with just that for the day.
Okay, so arm update. I'm fine. I slept on it. It feels absolutely normal, full mobility, full everything. Like I'm good. So yeah, but I'm still happy with like what I chose to do, which is play it on the safe side and be cautious, because you can never be too cautious with things like that. So I'm gonna rest today, do a light conditioning session tomorrow, and then rest Saturday, so I'm good, rested, and ready to start my comp training plan, training schedule. Also, look, I put up the index cards of all the stuff I learned, and I'm gonna like fill up the wall with a bunch more stuff that I learn in the future. And I think that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow along with my journey. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.